right. Let's get a couple of mic checks. Make sure everybody sounds delicious. Let's scale. Let me hear you.
Check.
Oh, that hit me right in the spine, baby.
Bro. Whoa, hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Nova, let's get a mic check from you.
Testing.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Love hearing y'all, brothers, man. Love hearing y'all. The voices sound so good. I love it. You almost got them SLR mics and all that, you know? Yeah? No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stanley, Francois. It's Tuesday, and I'm ready to rock and roll, baby.
Chicken said not in the side.
Too specific.
Shit. I don't know where that came from. I apologize. Well, listen, heads up. It's the 81st episode of the Longhouse Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Black Viking. I'm joined by these chocolate melanin brothers, Black Skeleton, and Super Nova. What's up, gents?
Yo.
What up?
As usual, guys, we are here to discuss great games, the platforms they reside on, and the people that make them happen, but most importantly, hang out with the gang. Roll call here in a minute. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all audio podcast platforms for your listening needs. You know, we're going to be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Besides Rumble. Can't be on there. Absolutely disgusting. Before we get started, I have to let y'all know every dollar that is earned by way of super chats, views, memberships will be donated to our local Boys and Girls Club next month in November. That's right, Grizzly. I think Scale does that one the best. Do it, Scale.
For the kids?
No, what did Grizzly say right there?
I didn't see it, actually.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible! I got you. Sorry.
Scale do it the best, bro. So yeah, man, thank y'all for coming through. Let's do a little roll call real quick before we get into it. We got a lot to discuss. You know, Activision, Blizzard, Call of Duty team having a little strike. We're gonna talk about that. Or the strike is over. I thought it was ongoing. I read the article too. Strike is imminent. It's happening. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that. Some more marathon news, an update. Okay. And then the fallout. Firewalk Studios. And then Neon Koi. Both shuttered by the hands of Sony. So we're going to talk about all three of those things. But roll call, man. We got nerds and other legends in the house. He said, I'm excited to be here live. Hey, we excited for you to be here too, brother. 1,000%. YouTube got this new thing. I could do a goal. I've already set it up. Let me see if it works, though. I'm not going to be ambitious on this. Let me see if this shit works and see how it shows up in the chat. My goal is live, it says. Oh, okay. It says 10 super chats for the goal of any amount. That's cool.
That's cool.
That's a cool little thing that they got up
dope.
there. And the goal is for the kids, of course, like I just said.
That's tight.
RF is in the building. Grizzly's in the building. Razor Ramon the Barber's in the building. Listen, some people that are watching probably that never really type in the chat or whatever, just say what's up. Just say hello. I can give you a little shout out. Grizzly, Zach Riley's up in the building. Stilo Facts, as usual. Salute. Tint Gaming is in the house. Stanley Francois. Sergi24 was Gucci, my guy. E Ranks in the building early. Sergi was having a little problem, man. He said, in chat, let me know if y'all have had this problem. Maybe we can help out. Sergi24 said, hey, if anyone on PC Game Pass playing the Black Ops 6 campaign, I was halfway through my veteran run and today's patch or update had wiped my save file. But
Tragic.
fix it, just go and repair it. But do I fix it? But to fix it, do I just go to the repair and verify? I would kind of start there. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bug. Ugh, man, I don't know, man. OG Frost was good. Sith Lord's in the building. Hey, Sith, your thing is in the mail. It's in the mail. I'll try to find the receipt here in a little bit. I sent it off yesterday. It's in the mail. I got to get the tracking number for you. That way you can make sure it reaches its final destination. Okay. But it's in the mail. Spartan 661 was Gucci. What you mind?
No.
Bro, did y'all know all my kicks dopes in the building?
What up?
Hey.
Nice seeing you here, my guy. Appreciate you. Well, I was gonna, yeah, but has anybody had that problem with their Black Ops campaign file yet? I haven't. I'm not halfway through either, so.
Yeah,
But-
I haven't even, to be honest, I've been mostly multiplayer so far. I haven't even jumped in the campaign just yet.
Okay. We already got a super chat by Nerds and Other Legends. $10. Hashtag for the kids. Let the kids play. My brother, thank you so much for that. 1 out of 10. I guess, and it's working. You know, it's up there. 1 out of 10.
That is.
It's super dope, man. I wonder if I click it. Oh, yeah. Got a little slide meter. Got end goal at the time. Yo, Nerds and Other Legends. Appreciate that, bro. That's going to help out tremendously.
For sure.
Yeah, all my kicks. So I've been grinding camos.
Exactly.
Ain't we all, boy?
I have.
Ain't we all?
Yep.
Oh my God, the grind is so much fun this year. With like the headshots and all that stuff, man. So it's cool. I love it. Sith Lord with member for 3 months. He says RIP Concord, RIP Firewalk. Sony running out of first party studios. Thanks, Black Viking. I'll let you know when it arrives. Hashtag for the kids. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, we're going to talk about that on the at the end of the podcast, towards the end, about Firewalk. It's crazy. And then Neon Koi. They haven't even produced anything yet. I say, you know what? Oh,
I'm
well,
not trying to laugh, but damn.
I kind of feel bad for PlayStation Faithful, but we're going to talk about it. Day Reezy with the 2. For the kids, man.
I ain't mine.
I mine. That's
Say mine.
$2.
Kids, mine.
$2 for the kids, mine.
My beats, mine.
My
Songs. I'm playing.
We got Mofo T-Rex in the building with the $2 super chat. He says Sony extinguished Firewalk Studios.
That's a nice play on words.
That was good. That was good.
That's a double entendre.
Out here.
I appreciate you, Day Reezy and Mofo T-Rex. Pistol P Jeans up in the house. Sin's in the house. What up, man? We got a whole crew, man. We got 93 people watching so far, across all platforms. Appreciate y'all being here. So y'all know how we do it in chat. Y'all can get involved too. What you've been playing and watching. I know most people probably been playing that Black Ops. It's a yearly tradition. Well, when it we'll talk about it. But Nova, playing and watching, my brother. What you got?
Man, finished. Me and the little one finished Mashal this past weekend.
Nice.
Okay.
Bro, that show is clean, bro. I really enjoyed that show. We had to look up when the next season's coming out. I think it's supposed to come out next year. So yeah, they got 2 seasons tucked off on Crunchy if you want to watch that. Also went to my daughter's band competition this weekend, which was pretty dope, man. They ended up getting 3rd in state.
Hell yeah, that's big.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. They put in work.
Yeah,
And
must be really good. In state is huge.
bro, them kids be out here like they really be killing it, bro. They sound like a professional band for real, and they're only, you know what I'm saying, in high school. So shout out to them, man. They be putting a lot of time and effort into that stuff, and it really shows. And you already know, played a bunch of Black Ops, bro. Like zombies, multiplayers, unlocking skins in both zombies and multiplayer. You know what I mean? Getting some dubs, catching some L's. But in this Call of Duty, bro, when you catch an L, it still feels fun. Like it's just bro, fun all the way around, bro. So I've really been digging that game. Like omnidirectional movement, it just feel good, bro. It feel good.
For sure.
Be sliding in people's DMs,
bro. Especially if you got that SMG on, you out here sliding, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. You feel so free. It feels like the movement almost feel like Scale. You know how we was playing X Defiant, how you can kind of move and still shoot and it's decently accurate. Yeah. It feels like that a little bit, bro. Like they stole my flow, Soldier Boy said. You know what I'm saying? They totally did come through and swoop through that. But nah, it's been dope, man. That's all I really been watching and playing. I still ain't watched The Penguin yet. I know, my bad.
No, I haven't. You know what? I haven't either, bro. Every time I have like an extra hour, and I'm like, all right, can I watch this? I'm like, yeah. It's like, but I want to play Black Ops.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Or it's like one night I was really like chilling, and I was like, man, I got some time. I really was feeling it, but it was like 10:30 at night. And the first episode I looked, it was like an hour and 14 minutes. So I was like, man, I really don't feel like going to sleep on this show right now. But here we are. I still ain't watched it yet. So, but that's all I've been watching and playing, man. What about y'all?
All right, before I get to Scale, man, we got All My Kicks Dope with a $2 super chat. He said, "There's an inside. Got the big dog."
The big dog.
let me tell that story. So we was in high school, and after semester test, everybody can go do whatever, like for like extended amount of time, right? And then like everybody left us. We was like, what the fuck? And so then we just went to the corner store that was down the street or whatever. I don't know what made me say it, but I had a big ass iced tea joint, like the Arizona, like the big one, right? And I pulled it out that paper knapsack, and I said, "Got the big dog." And he spat his drink out. Oh my god, you had to be there, bro. He was stupid as fuck. It was hilarious. It was hilarious, and that's like, god damn, that's like 20 years ago. Shit,
right?
Shit,
it's crazy to think about that, bro. Like that's like, and it went by like a snap, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
But thanks for that $2 on my Kickstart. Really appreciate it. Scale, what you been playing and watching, man?
I haven't been watching too much. Started my Rings of Power journey, going with that still. I'm not still on season 1, but slowly but surely, that's because there's games out. One Piece caught up to that until the big break. Oh, we're on the break now, I guess, until April of next year. So if anybody's not caught up, there you go. Here's your chance to catch up and be caught up until April for us. But yeah, that's how that goes. Dawn to Dawn, caught up on those episodes. Love that show. That anime is so good. So good. Very enjoying that a lot. I watched Agatha All Along. Finally took that in and catching that.
It was a little slow at first, but how far are you on it?
I'm on like episode 5 or 6.
Yeah.
One of those.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I got to the crazy part that the news. I was like, that's a cool little. Hey, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that, but I'm enjoying it for sure. I can't even lie. Actually, who was GWG was talking about? They said I forgot who said they were watching. They said they really enjoy it. So you know what? It's about that time. It's more than 3 episodes out. I give it a shot.
But I forget the actress's name, but she's so goddamn good, bro. Super talented.
Agatha.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. She's usually really funny too. Like this is giving her. She's getting a lot of moments to switch it up in this one for sure. Her range, all of them actually, the whole cast is having to show a lot of range in it for sure. It's pretty good. But that's all I've been really watching. As far as playing, Sparking Zero here and there. Metaphor tried to play it today. Not even tried to play. I played today.
Yeah.
Whooped again. I'm still just getting whooped, man. But I'm getting a little closer. I think to figure out, because man, there's sometimes where you I ain't gonna lie, you just gonna have to get lucky and hopefully they don't hit you with that stupid shit. Like you just have to hopefully you be like, when they don't hit you with that dumb shit, you gotta go a couple of rounds and be like, oh my god, I think I'm good. I'm doing good right now. I'm healed up, not frozen. Like I'm sorry, it's just I'm just getting cooked, but it's still a really good game. I'm in no rush anymore because I can't rush.
Can't rush it down. Yeah,
I can't. I'm actually stuck. So, but it's fine. And you know what's crazy? It's like I started to look some stuff up, and I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure my build is going to be completely different than everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think I kind of like that in terms of you really have to go strategy in and be committed to what your build is, because they're going to recommend things to do. And you, at the spot I'm at, there is no going back and trying to do that. I have no mag. Can't just build up some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I am where I am. So I'm still just taking my time and trying to figure it out. But Metaphor, still a great game. A little bit of Valorant. Played some Alan Wake 2. I had to say if I was trying to get farther than that. Boy, I played that on stream. Boy, I got so frustrated at one part of the game. It was a game design thing that man, you know how you have like moments in games where like, okay, they have you go collect like 4 things to build up one thing, kind of, bro. But this one that shit was just heating me up. It's not even a dig at the game itself, because everything around that is fire. The game itself is really good, looks good, plays good, blah blah. But this part, I think I'm really tired of those
fetch quests.
Yes, those small, like that shit had me like it, because it's a spooky game. It's like, bro, I'm not scared anymore. I'm frustrated. Fight me. I was like, it got to a point where I was like, I've been looking for shit going during a scary game. It's like I'm not scared by anything anymore if I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you scared me, all right, I'm done with that. So it's like, yeah, that's just how I got real frustrated. Y'all can go look at that. It's not, I don't know if it's funny or not. I know I was mad though. But that and Call of Duty, boy. It's actually been, I said all those games, but there were small percentiles compared to Call of Duty percent of what I've been playing. I have been putting a massive amount of time into this game, and that is coming from someone who hasn't really played Call of Duty heavy since like when I say heavy, how I'm playing it now, I haven't played this heavy since like Modern Warfare 2 originals, Black Ops 1 and 2. Like I haven't played this much Call of Duty in so long. It feels like
360, baby.
It feels like 360. It's like I'm back. I'm back on with the boys. We're doing zombies. We're doing multiplayer. I played every mode now. I'm enjoying all of them now. I got to the little open worldish part of the campaign. Campaign is crispy. Like shout out to the actors, because that shit. I'd be like, watch a movie, then it's Call of Duty, and then some shit pops up. It's like, oh yeah, I can't just sit back. But it's great. It made me remember why, even because I used to play all the Call of Duty campaigns. Like no matter what Call of Duty it was, I was playing campaign, because they're always tight. They're always action packed, fun. The segments, the set pieces are always great. And this one has it, man. Like so far, it has a lot going on, and it has a little hub thing. Like I'm enjoying, and it's in the '90s. It's really cool so far. So
I'm so surprised. Like I've been cool with Everborn for like forever, and he didn't leak that he was in the game or nothing. Like
oh my God.
him and Paris, both in the game. They ain't say nothing to me at all. That's like the best kept secret, man.
Oh my God.
That is just, where's I needed some shine. I need to be in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, put me in. But yeah.
Nah, but the character design, man, on that game is crispy, bro. Like when you're sitting on the multiplayer screen and you about to go into the next lobby and you get to see the detail that they put into it, you know, all the characters, the scars on their face, they got little pimples sometimes, bro. They put a lot of time and effort into them characters.
I wonder what that looks like on PS4s and stuff like that.
Yeah,
curious if they get the same.
It don't look nearly as good on console. Fuck off, Nerds and Other Languages.
He said you a shit move.
No, that's not nice, nerd. That's not nice.
Dang.
Damn, y'all said that a couple weeks ago, bro.
That shit's funny. I forgot about that. I forgot about that whole character too. That shit is funny.
That's in my top 3 games of all time, bro. So I guess it fits. But no, I played it on the textures. I mean, we all playing on like some really good rigs. right? So like the textures are going to be quite a bit better, right? And then frame rate too. Like I have everything on extreme, and I'm getting like 95, 100 frames per second, like through the whole thing at native 1440p. But yeah, I mean it's good. It looks good. And I tried to play on console, but mouse and keyboard is the way for shooters, bro.
Especially this one, man. Like all the stuff that you could do with the movement, bro. Like to be able to quickly turn around and do all that stuff, it just feels better on.
I just can't get the slide down and quickly do a 180. You know what I'm saying? On controller.
It's slower. See, and I'm on controller, and I can say that I'm enjoying it immensely because you know there ain't nothing like that Call of Duty aim assist. You're not beating that. You're not beating that shit. But I do agree that if you're on mouse and keyboard, when you see people doing the super 360s in the air, those are mouse and key players. Those are not controller at all. But you can you'll get a little slide. You can turn around, but you're not going to be turning back around. You're probably going to be like stuck in one way, but you are accurate. Boy, there ain't nothing like that Call of Duty aim assist, and so yeah. But I like that you're playing on mouse and key. I'm on controller. I definitely probably would have been on mouse and key, but I like how it feels on controller too.
Yeah,
so.
My problem is I started with mouse and key, like for this.
Oh, that'll do it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got some time. Let me lay on the bed and play some Call of Duty.
Nah, you
and
moving too slow.
And I was like, hell no. Let me get back to the room.
Yeah. If you'd have never seen the turning like this, you would have been all right. But yeah.
Yeah. BT Maverick said, I kept getting booted off the PC. Game Pass Black Ops campaign, if I paused the game too long, was a little frustrating. It's probably because I can stay in like the menu for a long time. I think what they do whenever you're playing campaign is like you're in like a solo lobby or whatever. So if you pause it for too long, it kicks you like you're in like a multiplayer match, like because you're in the server or whatever. Yeah.
Free up some resources, probably.
Yeah. So,
that's fair.
But like, make it offline, bro. It's just single player. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's probably what's happening when you pause the game. You're AFK and it just boots you from it, which is unfortunate. They should probably let you know, even though this is single player. If you're paused too long, because it's single player, right? Like, of course you're gonna pause the game, go cook some dinner, come back to it. You
Would want to do that,
right?
I wonder how much of how much you've done it saves. Then, like, I wonder if it pauses you right there where you at, or did they bring you to a previous checkpoint? Like, what's going on?
Previous checkpoint for sure. I would say this game was hitting me with I ain't gonna front. This shit, the campaign kind of challenging. I died a lot. I was dying a lot, and I was like, fuck, having to go back to the last save a lot. On some dumb shit. There was a moment where I threw back a grenade. It was at the end of it too. I just throw this back. I threw that shit off a wall and it bounced back and killed me. And I had to restart at checkpoint. I was like, bro, I just beat everything. I just didn't walk forward enough. You know how that goes. But it's definitely a restart the checkpoint type of game.
Yeah, the names are designed. The level designs are like so. I was like, at one point, I was like, damn, Call of Duty, y'all trying to get y'all Splinter Cell on? You know?
They did that. They did that. Yeah, they had a great. It was like their kind of stealth was exactly kind of my pace of stealth. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, you still have to be stealthy, but it's like I don't know. It's more forgiving, probably. That's what it is. It's like it just didn't feel like I was consequentially losing. I don't think I beat those missions and I didn't get caught. And and I'm the type, if I get caught, guns blazing. I don't. I do not want to do this. I'm trying to get through it, but I had fun doing the stealth, and the silencer on pistol just sounds so good,
bro.
So good,
especially when they body hit the floor, bro. It's like,
it's sweet.
It's great, man. So I've only hold on one second. Sorry, I got crazy kids and they be yelling. You know what I mean? So I've just been playing Black Ops, a little bit of Metaphor. I need to finish it so that we can write a review on it, and then fuck, what else? And luckily, there's been like no spoilers whatsoever, bro. Like, it's been super nice being on the internet, and that's just people like I'm at the final boss now, and like crazy faces or whatever, but like they don't spoil anything, which is nice. That can only last too long. And then Watch ReZero. Y'all heard of that before? The anime?
Yeah, I've seen ads for it, but I haven't watched it myself.
Yeah. So I started that back up. I watched it. I was watching a little bit of it like a year or two ago, and it fell off, and I'm picking it back up. So, you know, when you pick something back up, you ain't watching it, man. You got to go back like 3 or 4 episodes to
for sure
refresh your memory. Then Vox Machina, been watching that. Yeah, I think that's all I've been watching and playing, man. But fuck, Black Ops, dude. We're
Crispy,
back, bro. With the first night we was playing, bro, we won like 7, 8 matches in a row, which was crazy. And I was like, bro, I had the Mountain Dew and Cheetos, and bro, I felt like I was in my teens again, boy. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Playing with the homies. We weren't laying up, but you know, we was online.
Yeah,
it was great. So speaking of Call of Duty, man, we got the first topic. Nova, I think that's you, my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Eurogamers, where this article came from. They had a little report on Black Ops 6 QA staff. It says staff at Activision's Quality Assurance Studio in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, were told to return to office full-time back in January after years of remote and hybrid work. At the time, the move was criticized by the company's biggest union as a soft layoff. 9 months later, the rollover this policy affects Rumble on. Last Friday, Eden Prairie staff members took strike action backed by the Communications Worker of America, CWA, which claimed in a statement that Call of Duty publisher Activision was insisting workers must work in the office, even those with serious medical conditions and doctors' recommendations to work from home. Ahead to protest, Activision workers group a Better ABK issued a statement saying that unequal policy had unquestionably harmed disabled employees and employees in need of work from home accommodations, who claims have been unfairly refused exception from return to office work in the months since the policy's introduction. So why strike now? Well, last Friday, Call of Duty, the Black Ops 6 came out, right? And it's definitely an attention-grabbing date for a Better ABK's statement. Also references the employees being disrespected by a recent company email discussing this October's National Disability Employee Awareness Month. Yeah, and end quote. We work on Call of Duty. We were a part of the QA team that worked on Black Ops 6 that just released today. I'm guessing this dropped on the 25th where they had this discussion. Striking members stated, we have worked on Modern Warfare 2, which was the most profitable game the company ever released. And that was done remotely, they said. Yeah. Right? So, with that being said, Activision's response was, we respect our employees' rights to express their point of view. We understand that returning to office has been an adjustment for some. We engage in an interactive process with employees who request accommodations. This is an ongoing conversation at the bargaining table, and we will continue to discuss our respective interests in that forum. So they said, we're going to talk to them. We ain't talking to y'all, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, when you hear this, and I'm gonna ask you first, Scale, of them asking them to come back. Does this surprise you that the corporation itself would be like, "Hey, man, we want you to get back into the seats"? And why do you think the direction would be that?
I'm not surprised because a lot of companies were having to get people back in the seats after the whole COVID thing. That was the whole reason for the remote work influx. So I'm not surprised because I'm pretty sure they want everybody there. I don't know the specificities. I could understand it for like maybe micromanaging, obviously, and just keeping an eye on people, maybe building rapport and stuff that way, teamwork that way. And, we come from not everybody working remote all the time. Like everybody wasn't working remote like that. Now it's a lot of people. But my thing I'd have to say is security is what I would probably go with as far as that goes. I think there's just security on these companies is tough. A lot of leaks been happening. I think a part of it may be remote work, having to just transfer that work there, files leaving that facility, you know what I'm saying, instead of working in-house, keeping all the work there, you know what I mean? So that was kind of what I was thinking as far as maybe why, but I know it's probably a micromanagement thing, a business decision, but I think security as well, personally. So as far as why, that's probably what I would think.
Okay, security, man. So and that could be a reason, man. We've been getting a ton of leaks lately, like from everywhere, and it's the game destroying leaks, man. Like the Wolverine leak was wild, bro. And you never know how some of that information gets out into the wild in the first place. So Viking, man, are you surprised by this? And why do you think the company's direction would be to get more butts in the seats?
I think it's multi-layered, I believe. On one hand, you can get a lot of people to quit and find other work that's remote, you know what I mean, to fit their needs, right? So then, and a lot of those people will probably be your higher paid people, so then you can rehire somebody who's lower paid and you save money that way. So you have that aspect of it. You have another aspect to where these companies, right or wrong, they already know that people can do the probably better work while working from home or remote versus being in an office. But speaking of the office, like the companies have already paid for these buildings or leases, right? So it's hard to offload them to somebody else when a lot of people are already remote or whatever. So you have this building, they probably tried to lease it, right? Or offload that building so they can be 100% remote, and it didn't work. And it was like, well, we have to turn this building into something, so why don't y'all get y'all's ass back in the seats or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just it sucks when I think it's the latter or whatever, or the former, to see how many people can quit. Like this is like the article said, like a soft firing kind of thing, to get people to quit, because it's just, if I know that my employees are working better, like unless there's a reason to be like, we had a lot of issues with 35% of the employees were getting work done on time and XYZ, then I can see that, right? But they're not going to.
If productivity's up, then there should be no reason to really trip on it, right? You would think that, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless there's alternative motives, you know what I mean? Like, just see how many people can quit, or we got all these empty seats and we bought all this equipment and we're paying $1,200 to $3,000 a month for this building.
Oh, probably
ain't nobody
more than
in it.
that.
Yeah,
bro. They got large teams. Like they probably got a nice facility too, and they probably had stock.
This is QA everything. Or whatever, and it's in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how large the team is. 100 people on that team.
Yeah.
What
number of people was on there?
I think I read it.
I thought they would just be I thought they would just have a section in a big building.
Yeah. So 30 staff. Well, that's 30 staff holding signs. So it can't be too big or too many employees or whatever, right? But like QA is usually when you're trying to cut costs, QA unfortunately is like the first to go.
Yep.
QA and community staff and all those folks, man. They be out of here, man. So yeah, I mean that's like generally kind of what I think about it. It's people work so much better from home. I work better when I'm at home. You know what I mean? You got to be somewhat disciplined, but like you realize like fuck, I'm saving money on gas. I can eat at home, like leftovers from dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like,
and I think that's something that corporations don't really take into consideration when they're making these changes. Like how much your life has improved when you're working from home, because you don't have to. You put less miles on your car. You know what I mean? You get to eat healthily, right? Because you can go down, you can go cook, you can take your breaks and take a walk around your neighborhood. It's so many.
It's
things
a perk, bro. Like it is 100% like a perk. And if I couldn't imagine having that perk, right? Like I save, like with me teleworking right now, I'm saving 2.5 hours worth of drive time a day. 2.5 hours of my life is back that I can do whatever with, right? Like I can get up, take a shower, go get dressed, get on the computer, crank out some emails, and my day is fine. Opposed to fucking driving all the way to work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, if the union doesn't, I guess, help or whatever with it, a lot of those people will probably go or whatever. I couldn't imagine myself like having a doctor's note, right, saying that I need to be teleworking or being disabled enough to like I need to telework, and then my company was like, we don't give a fuck, you're coming back or whatever, and I'm like, no, and luckily for me, I worked on the biggest games of the decade. You know what I'm saying? And so now I have that on my resume so that I could go remote work for damn near anybody else. So yeah, man.
And it's crazy because like QA, bro, like you don't necessarily need to be in the office to QA a game, bro. Like you could play the game. Let me get the build. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even have to take it home. Just give me a secure portal to play it, stream it remotely.
Oh, yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that they can definitely do to kind of accommodate it. But this whole, hey, come back into the office, bro, is just same dog, old tricks. It feels like, to be honest. And I feel like some of these corporations get tax breaks too, and a lot of the people working from home affects not only that business, it affects the surrounding businesses, because those people ain't getting fast food, from the food court down the road no more. They at home eating better.
Or gas.
True.
Yeah, or gas, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of corporations that's missing out on money. And one thing that we do like here in the US of A is capitalism. We want the money.
With a capital C.
One thing. Yeah. It's that.
Oh, it's going to be that.
It's 100% going to be that.
It's definitely going to be that. Capital
C, my boy. And somebody brought RF, said make sure to remember to go out and vote. It's your right, man. Go out, vote. You know what I'm saying? We can debate on who to vote for in XYZ, but like, just go out and vote. Go out and vote. Even if you like, I'm of the opinion to always vote with your conscience or whatever. Like, a lot of people have strategies of like, vote for the lesser of two evils, XYZ. Like, just even if you do a write-in candidate, just get your ass to the polls and go vote. You know what I'm saying? Exercise your right. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Go do your thing.
I was just thinking about something. I don't know if I can even say it, when the whole Diddy can't vote or die.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Look where we at.
Vic said, whose rights? Not mine. My ass is a green card holder. Well, you better, sir, you better advocate for yourself and get people to vote on your behalf then.
Yeah.
Oh, Vic, I think I play you in fantasy this week.
I've been getting cooked. I've never seen so many injuries in fantasy for as long as I've been playing fantasy across the board too. I play in 3 leagues and I've been seeing injuries. So many injuries, bro. It's a whole different league.
Mm-hmm. A whole lot. Jago6, what's up, man? I forgot to give my boy BT Maverick 707 a little shout out. Tim Purrs in the building too. Nerds and other legends hits us with a $5 super chat. He says, only thing I'll say, anyone that randomly busts out Crazy Taxi on a Dreamcast is automatically qualified to be in the White House. Vote. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, bro. I love that guy, right? Like, a lot of people don't. Like, your mileage may vary or whatever. But, like, he gives me... And for the record, everybody should know this, and I'm willing to have intelligent conversations on the matter. But I am a socialistic Democrat, right? So I'm Bernie bro, you know, or anybody to the left of him, right? Like, with some common sense, okay? But Tim Walz, bro, to me, I fucking love the guy, bro. Like, just his personality, and he just seems genuine. The shit that he free lunch for all the kids, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
like
yeah.
at the schools, you know what I'm saying? The public transportation bill that he passed, and you know, I like the guy, bro. And he did that in a mostly Republican area. You know what I mean? Minnesota. So that's my guy, man. I fucking like the guy. But that's me. Your mileage may vary. You might hate him. So that's cool, you know. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I derailed that.
Let me see. My next question would be, man, like, because we always talk about how unions, you know what I mean? People need to unionize, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like they have a union here,
Yeah.
right? A better ABK, and still this is happening, man. So I'm gonna ask you, Viking, because I know you're always a big advocate for unions and things of that nature, you know, workers' rights and stuff like that, man. Did you think that this would still happen to them, even though they do have? It sounds like they have multiple unions, because it says that this is the biggest union. Said that this is a soft layoff, so they may have more than one.
Yeah.
How do you think that unions could have potentially protected these individuals in this specific case?
Well, to be honest, I think the union's getting tested. You know what I'm saying? Like the corporations, like, let's see how strong this union is, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Like, let's attempt it, right? It's not like corporations aren't scared of unions, right? Whenever they develop or whatever, like within a specific company, like they'll test that union over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So luckily they do have a union, so they can go in on strike or negotiations or whatever to see, like, maybe it's not a 5-day a week, you know, back in the office. Maybe it turns into 2 days a week or 1 day a week or whatever when it comes to the negotiations. But if that union wasn't there, it was like, you come back or you're fired.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, like, even like just having this article and us having this discussion proves the worth of unions, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For sure, man. But no, I think this is dope that they're even willing to have the conversation. It sucks that it had to come this far, to where they actually had to go on strike. You know, because they said that this actually came down in January of this year, so they've been kind of having to work through having to deal with these complications that they brought to them with the, all right, man, let's get back in here. You know, let's go ahead and fill these seats. So I respect them for being like, all right, well, we just gonna hunker down and continue to do our job, but we're not just gonna leave it where it is, because oftentimes as a corporation, you know, as an employee, you get talked to, you know what I mean, and there ain't no rebuttals, and there's no get back, there's nothing. You either like it or you leave, right? And I feel like that's potentially what a lot of companies are doing right now with this mandating coming into work, you know, because all you're gonna do is you're gonna come into work, you're gonna sit in that cube,
Yep.
and you're gonna do the same job that you've been doing from home. Cause I remember like, cause I've had the ability to work from home. Currently I work from home, right? And I've been on both sides of the fence. And usually at work doing the same job, I'm like, all right, chopping it up with people. And then I'm like, all right, man, good talking to you, man. I gotta go to this meeting. I just go to my cubicle and get on Teams and talk to people, bro. It's the exact same thing. And I'm more productive, man, when I'm at the house, man. Like if I get too stressed out with work, it's good for me to decompress. I might just go take a shower real quick,
Right.
you know, go on break, take a shower, you know, and just get back to work and you straight, man.
When you say decompress and go to the shower, is that code for like P-Hub?
No, what the heck no. What you be doing when you at work, bro? No, I take showers. He said P-Hub. All right, hey. So next time you say you about to go take a shower, I know what you about to do.
Oh my god, I'm over here projecting.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta stop. Fuck. All right, cool, man. Understanding says I'm in Minnesota. Walls is whack as F. I mean, like I said, your mileage may vary. You might not like them. That's fine. I do. You know?
Yeah.
That's what's great about this country, man. You can like somebody, I can like somebody, and guess what? Doesn't affect anybody, you know? Just like who we like. I took the same way. Oh, yeah. Split difference is I took it the same way. Like, beat that drum.
See, nah. So yeah, I take y'all don't just take showers. Like what y'all got going?
Oh my gosh. All right, man. So let's move on to the next topic. This one, damn, dude. This one involves a Sony studio with Bungie. That didn't they just get a lot of their team just went over to PlayStation Studios, or like the PlayStation team. They disbanded a lot of the members at Bungie after Destiny's last debacle. But hit us up, set us up, Scale.
Yes, sir. Bungie gives official update on status of Marathon. This comes by way of Insider Gaming, by the way. It said Bungie has released an official update on status of Marathon. The update comes in the form of nearly a 10-minute long, sorry, my Discord went off, video on the game's official YouTube channel. And the video, game director Joe Ziegler gives an update on what's been worked on since the last update on Marathon. He covers the direction of the game as well as he plans on the future updates about the game. The update also doesn't include any look at the official gameplay, but comes with some concept art for a few of the game's heroes. As far as what we've covered, or as far as what was covered, Ziegler discussed the game being an extraction shooter, including diving into what an extraction shooter is for those who may be unfamiliar with the subgenre. Ziegler also talks about elements from the original Marathon, expanding them for a new game with a modern audience. This is from Ziegler, we're taking a lot of familiar elements, especially a lot of mysterious and kind of eeriness, and how do I put it, the psychological kind of an entire IP as it exists before. That's what he says. He continues, but we're layering on some elements that we think will help modernize, or let's say randomize. I gotta say something real quick. Y'all, I wear glasses normally, so like reading and like font and like, you know, just shit I've been hitting me lately because I don't have my glasses. So sorry if I'm messing up on my notes. But regarding how the game's been changing, wait, is that where I was? Yeah, regarding how the game's been changing during development and where things currently stand, Ziegler says the changes to the game have been aggressive for the past couple of years, along with holding multiple play tests. I wish I could have got in on one of those. We've been testing with a lot of players, he said. A lot of players like yourself, also with creators. It's sort of insanely awesome, and I'm filled with gratitude when I think about it because there's so many people who contributed by telling us, hey, this thing sucks or this thing's great. So I guess they've gotten feedback. He then added that there are a number of things within the game that are different states of development. Things like the game's environments are in more complete state, while the character models continue to be iterated through. Marathon's enemy models, he said, are still kind of a little bit in an early state. Dang. Ziegler gave a sneak peek at a couple of the characters in development: a runner codenamed Thief and one codenamed Stealth.
Oh, that's original.
Yeah, and usually thieves are stealthy. It's like, dang, you might as well make them the same character. Ziegler then wrapped up the video saying that more content reveals are coming in 2025 for Marathon. Also coming in 2025 will be an expansion of Bungie's playtest for Marathon to include more players. There was no hint as to when that would happen, however. As far as an official release date, there isn't one. Black Viking, I'll start with you. How do you feel about this Bungie Marathon update?
You had me at concept art and no video and no release date, and it's just a lot of words. Of course, the person that's working on the game, right, is going to be hyped for it, right?
Absolutely.
Herman Holst said that Concord was going to be PlayStation's bread and butter. Now, did he have to say that? Of course not. He could have said it's going to be great, or it's going to be good. But they hype it up to the craziness, Sean Film says the Thugnificent Dog. It's Thugnificent, Granddad. Thugalicious shorts. But it's, I really wish that they would, I guess, time these kind of announcements with something, I guess. But to come out and give an update on something nobody has seen.
Right. What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. So I guess it would make sense if it was, let's say, a sequel to a game. Right, and this is like a remake, but it's a very, very old game that nobody knows about, right? But if this was like a sequel to a game, or the next Battlefield installment, talking about what they're going to add or differences, but this is just a game nobody has seen anything, and then to talk about it, I'm just like really, and then with the track record PlayStation has had with these live service games now, I don't know if I can trust a word that you say. That does not mean, I want to be very clear, that does not mean that I want every game to release to be good. I do not wish the downfall for any game. Period, point blank. It's just me as a consumer. Why should I care? Right? You wanted to take time out of my day to read this article on your game that's coming out, but I get nothing from it. Make sure you're valuing your consumers the best that you can. Their time, at least. You know what I mean? Yeah, drop some concept art. You know what I mean? Drop a top-down view of a map or two. You know what I mean? Or something. Thief and Stealth ain't doing it for me.
Thief and Stealth.
Damn. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious about how they're going to, I guess, redefine extraction shooters. What are some examples of extraction shooters?
Escape from Tarkov is one.
Okay.
Dark and Darker is one as well.
Okay.
So those are two that immediately came to my mind when I first heard him say that.
Yeah, I never played it.
Is the Division an extraction shooter? Does that count as one?
Maybe. I never played the Division.
I played the Division multiplayer. I'm not sure if that. I don't know if that. I think it does, kind of. The PvPVE portion of it. Yeah.
That's what I don't really play. I'm tired of the word. To be honest, like, bro, that's what everybody is adding to their game is extraction. I think the last extraction game I played was Off the Grid because that's a BR extraction. So like, I think zombies on Call of Duty technically, like you have exfil, so that may
Zombies
count,
is
but like
extraction,
this ain't that, so we ain't even.
I like the Division 2 nerds. Like
Division was cool.
Yeah, 1 and 2. It was really good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Scale. It's a big, and I'm glad you brought this to the table to discuss because like I like get a good PR firm. They'll tell you the timing. You know what I mean? And they'll tell you what to say and what not to say. It's just like a game nobody knows about, and you give us an update on it when we don't know nothing about it. It's crazy. In my eyes, you know what I mean? So yeah.
No, it is strange. It's like they're losing their value of mystery by doing this. You know what I mean? Because there is value in mystery. If you can be mysterious the whole way and then come out banging, you know what I mean? You did it right. You're a hit. You know what I mean? You're a success. You did it. But this is like, the odds are slipping going against you with this. It's like now you're kind of letting us down. But say all to say, I'll send it to you, Nova. How do you feel about the Bungie Marathon update?
Man, I really was trying to listen pretty hard to see if something would stand out with the descriptions that he was given, but it seemed like he was really wanting to stay real close to his chest with any information, man. Like he said, he showed stealth and said it's a stealthy character. No shit.
That's the most default thing. Like it's crazy. Go ahead.
And like no gameplay, mind you. I think the announcement trailer came out in like May of 2023, bro.
Yeah, it was wild.
Like, why do we not have even more information? I'm looking at the description right now. It says become a runner in Bungie's new sci-fi extraction shooter. That's literally what they told us. The same thing.
Yeah.
With two pictures of characters that we can play. Didn't show us nothing new. Like this video literally could have been a Twitter post or throw it up on somebody's website and reference it real quick. It did not have to be a 7-minute video. Maybe they wanted, or a 9-minute video. Actually, it's like 9.5 minutes fully. Maybe they wanted to utilize the individual that's actually excited, about it, and that was what they wanted to convey was his excitement about the game. But and that's cool, man. I think that's really dope, and that's one of the favorite things that I got a chance to enjoy at PAX was seeing the excitement of the developers of the game, right? Sure. And it does get me excited too. But there was not much of anything in this video worth like the video besides him just talking to us. Right. And like y'all said, like for me, extraction shooters are not really my cup of tea. I like to get on and play and, build up my characters and stuff and keep that stuff going. I don't want to feel like every single round of me playing, I have the ability to lose something that I've been looking and searching for a very long time. That's a particular like type of niche people that play games. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's not me, So I think they're trying to do like something a little bit different with it though, like try to add some like a thief or similar to what Dark and Darker did too. They have an extraction shooter, but they have classes too, so it helps spice the game up, to mix it up a little bit. I think it's a cool concept and it's gonna be a cool game for the people that enjoy it. But we don't know the date it comes out. We don't know what the enemies look like for real. We just don't know what the large, overwhelming roster is going to be. Like, yeah, it's just kind of word salad, it felt like, for the most part.
Bro,
and no disrespect to them.
Bro, these comments are wild in this video. This
Let me hear a couple.
this isn't much of a dev update. It's just a reminder that the game exists. Maybe.
Yeah, essentially. That's what it is, bro.
Somebody said, damn, where'd it go? In quotes, this is a character we codenamed Stealth. This runner is obviously a stealthy type of character. End quote. They said so true.
Right, like, come on, man. Tell us, give us something, bro. This man showed up. He pulled up with 2 pictures, bro.
Yeah,
2 pictures.
Not even in game, just concept. It's like, bro, you could have just like put that on a Twitter post and been good. Just a concept art. Something like that would have been better than making a whole. It's not even worth the production. It's not worth the upload time. It's not worth any of that. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
no, you're good, bro. Somebody said constant. Oh my god, that's hilarious. They put a timestamp at like 7:19. Instinctively touching your ear while mentioning the dates. Yeah, poker players know that move. Because he did look quite nervous up there. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, this is a whole lot of nothing. XY. Yeah.
And mind you, this is a year and a half after the announcement trailer.
Yeah. I mean,
a year and a half.
I know like people are excited to, and maybe you can get a little bit of leeway when people already kind of know your game, like it's not a new IP, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're announcing a new IP, please try your best to make sure that it's like a year away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at the most a year and a half, right? But like not this, man. You know?
Yeah.
Like announce it, like do a blog, but like when you're ready to show what do you call it? Like an announcement trailer, like have something ready. And things may change, you know what I mean? But have something ready. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. I don't understand the timing of some of the companies. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, because I appreciate the enthusiasm from him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's working on something cool, and they definitely want to keep the name of the game out here. You know what I mean? So people don't forget about it, and I get that too. You know, but when we come to do some announcements, man, like let us come away from it feeling like you guys gave us something, so then we can you know what I'm saying, put it in the brain. Like it just felt like they just wanted to be like, hey, don't forget about us. We're not going to tell you much, but just don't forget about us. Like, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
This runner is obviously a stealthy type of runner.
The name is Stealth.
Code name Stealth.
Whole name. Didn't even get a name. It's like, y'all are this far into it or far out or anything, and that's what you're giving. It's just crazy, bro. And y'all know me. I barely like trailers. Like, and this, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wish I had more friends like that weren't not devs per se, but people that are in the communications realm, right? Or PR realm, like to kind of know like the best practices when campaigning a game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like bringing it out, right?
Yeah.
Because this maybe I'm like against the grain. Maybe like we're in the minority, right?
Maybe.
I mean, but like this only has like 50,000 views from Bungie or whatever. But like maybe we're in the minority and people, judge it by the comments. But again, like these are just the loudest people that be in the comments, you know. Be the loudest ones, you know. But maybe we're in the minority and the data suggests otherwise, that this is the proper way to do it. And it's all about execution, right?
If that's the case, I want to see, like, show me another case to where, show me the data where this type of marketing
works.
It worked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the best thing is like you had a news cycle. You had Marathon brought up in several news outlets. And that kind of potentially helps SEO. And maybe like after this update, maybe they start doing every 2 weeks and slowly,
right?
You know, going up or every month.
Now, if they do that, cool. But
Right.
I
This
hope
can't be
so.
a one-off, bro. It can't be until February till we hear from you again.
And it's just so many games in the atmosphere. It's like, bro, you're getting closer to. I'm getting closer to GTA. You already announced this when Call of Duty's out. It's like we already don't care. You know what I'm saying about most things. But GTA is getting closer and closer.
Yep.
And it's like we're really not going to give a damn when stuff about that starts popping up. You know what I mean? They needed to just something. They should just left it in the bank, honestly, or in the vault. Like, to me.
And to be honest, like I feel like if Call of Duty really, really wanted to, bro, they could do an extraction shooter, bro, and just add it. Yes. You know, just like how they added Warzone. You know?
They did, and it was similar to zombies, right? But it was enemy AI, or it was military AI, right? It was in, I don't know if it was in Warzone 3, but it was damn sure in Warzone 2. I forgot what the game mode was called, but it was fun, dude. Like, it was actually a lot of fun.
So you already got a large game that can easily do your type of game, you know. Right. So you need to stand out a little bit more than a couple pictures, and I'm excited about this.
Yeah, Bungie kind of needs this too, low key. They need this game.
Kinda, boy. They need this motherfucker to pop.
It needs to hit.
It needs
for
to
sure,
hit, bro. It's PlayStation. They not playing around with. If you ain't making I don't even know what DMZ. That's what it was called.
Yes. Yeah, I do remember DMZ. I remember
DMZ.
that.
Yeah.
So, guess who was DMZ in Modern Warfare 3? I only played multiplayer in the campaign, so I don't even remember if DMZ was there.
Play Warzone.
Yeah. But yeah, this game's gonna have to pop, bro. Like, technically, like the design of it, like the music,
everything.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Everything's gonna have to hit, and it's Bungie. It's like, bro, that's just their name is on the line with this one for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, guess who said no? Just Modern Warfare 2. Al Masra. That's right. That shit was fun, bro. That shit was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's yeah. Y'all got anything else on this marathon business?
Nah, Jude, Scale, did you already give your 2 cents on it?
What's your 2 cents, bro?
It just was not the move. You know, like I said, CGI trailers don't even work for me. Like, they needed that for sure. Something. Just something. Like, I don't like it. And there's no date, there's no nothing. They're gonna keep on, hopefully, like you said, they come out doing something every few months, drop some content about it, but until you have some not a proof of concept, but just something to show I'll just say gameplay. Until I see some gameplay, I'm not going to care about this. I need to know how this game looks, runs. There's nothing. Like, I'm not hyped about it. I feel like they're hyped about it because they have nostalgia tied to the old game. It's like, I don't know nothing about that thing. Like, I don't know nothing about that. The only Bungie I know Bungie for Halo and Destiny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, those are, I don't know Marathon. I'm a Marathon Sprint. That's the only other marathon I know. It's like, I don't, but I hear marathon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Marathon continues, but it's like, nah, it's like, I think a marathon is not the first thing that pops in my mind. But when you hear Fallout, you think of all the Fallout, you know what I'm saying? Even the old ones, you know what I'm saying? You'll think of that too. When I hear marathon, I don't think that. When I hear Bungie, I don't think that personally. So it's like, yeah, I just don't, I actually did not like any of this. But
I could envision you just steaming, bro. I was watching the video. I was like, they didn't show nothing. Scale's gonna be pissed,
bro. And it was still images too. Like, it was just still images. It wasn't like a little animation of homegirl coming to the rooftop and like looking over and that smoke, pillowing out.
Right.
It was just, here's a still image, bro.
Here's a still image, and it's probably not even in the game. They could throw it away as a thing about that stuff. But yeah, it's kind of just how I feel about it.
Yeah, that stinks, bro.
Yeah.
We got a $2 super chat from Splendiferous. He said, I like to extract. That way I don't multiply anymore.
Okay.
It's playing wild, bro.
Crazy.
Explain. I hear you. I hear you. Mass murderer. Oh my God. Appreciate the 2, man. That puts us at 6 out of 10, bro, to reach our goal for the day. A random ass goal, because I didn't even know that existed until today. So that's cool.
That is cool.
That's cool. So let's talk about the big news of the day. Probably of the week, to be honest. And that is PlayStation Studios shutting down Firewalk, PlayStation Sony, shutting down Firewalk Studios and Neon Koi. There was a internal memo or internal email from Herman Holst, and I'll go ahead and read this out, man. Dear team, oh, can I do that? Oh, no, I'm not going to do that for this one. Never mind. I was going to do like the sad music, but no. That's only when I want to be sarcastic. Was when I know somebody in a company on some bullshit. All right, he said, Dear team, today I want to share some important updates from Sony Interactive Entertainment's Studio Business Group. Whew, long name. We consistently evaluate our games portfolio and status of our projects to ensure we are meeting near and long-term business priorities. As part of our ongoing effort to strengthen SIE's studio business, we have had to make difficult decisions relating to 2 of our studios, Neon Koi and Firewalk Studios. Expanding beyond PlayStation devices and crafting engaging online experiences alongside our single-player games are key focus areas for us as we evolve our revenue streams. We need the money. We need to be strategic, though, in bringing our games to new platforms, and recognize when our games fall short of meeting player expectations. While mobile remains a priority growth area for the studio business, we are in the very early stages of our mobile efforts. And to achieve success in this area, we need to concentrate on titles that are in line with PlayStation Studios' pedigree and have the potential to reach more players globally. With this refocused approach, Neon Koi will close, and its mobile action game will not be moving forward. I want to express my gratitude to everyone at Neon Koi for their hard work and endless passion to innovate. Regarding Firewalk, an announcement, as announced in early September, certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, like the game, but others did not land with enough players, like the price. And as a result, we took the game offline. We spent considerable time these past few months exploring all of our options. After much thought, we have determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game. Sunset's a crazy word because like you have to have like a full rotation. You have to like rise and fall. When it came up, you know, like this and got nuked out the sky. The sun was gone. It boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me I want to thank all of Firewalk for their craftsmanship, creative spirit, and dedication. The PvP first-person shooter genre is a competitive space that continuously evolving. You know it's not evolving though, Herman Holtz? A $40 price tag. All them shits is free to play. And unfortunately, we did not hit our targets with this title. We will take the lessons learned from Concord and continue to advance our live service capabilities to deliver future growth in this area. Is there another page to this? Oh, yeah. I know none of this is easy to hear, particularly with colleagues and friends departing SIE. Both decisions were given serious thought, and ultimately we feel that they are the right ones to strengthen the organization. Neon, Koi, and Firewalk were home to many talented individuals, and we will work to find placement for some of those impacted within our global community of studios where possible. I am a big believer in the benefits of embracing creative experimentation and developing new IPs. However, growing through sustainable financials, especially in a challenging economic environment, is critical. While today is a difficult day, there's much to look forward to in the months ahead from the studio business group and our teams. I remain confident that we are building a resilient and capable organization driven by creating unforgettable entertainment experiences for our players. Thank you for your continued support. What is the Quiet Storm voice?
That radio voice, like, what is the? That's what I'll.
You're tuning in to Quiet Storm.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right. So I read that. Now let me go ahead. There's a little bit more context because I want to read Firewalk's tweet that they sent out shortly after the news broke. Firewalk, I'm not going to do the voice because I'm not corporate anymore. This is Firewalk we talking about now. Firewalk is signing off for one last time. Firewalk began with the idea of bringing the joy of multiplayer to a larger audience. Along the way, we assembled an incredible team who were able to, one, navigate growing a new startup into a team during a global pandemic. Firewalk was founded in 2018 and was very small for its first couple of years, only entering full production in 2022. 2. We built a new, customized, next-gen FPS engine in Unreal 4, then moved to 5, delivering top-tier gameplay feel, beautiful worlds, and a performance 60 FPS technical experience on the stable, scalable backend on PS5 and PC to hundreds of thousands of players in our beta. They said beta.
Yeah.
Manage an acquisition integration while readying technical and preliminary tests, and ultimately ship and deliver a great FPS experience to players, even if it landed much more narrowly than hoped against a heavily consolidated market. I feel like they should just throw in some salt. Heavily consolidated, free-to-play market. We took some risk along the way, marrying aspects of card battlers and fighting games with first-person shooters, and although some of these and other aspects of the IP didn't land as we hoped, the idea of putting new things into the world is critical to pushing the medium forward. The talent at Firewalk and the level of individual craft is truly world-class, and teams within SIE and across the industry will be fortunate to work with them. Please reach out to recruiting at PlayStation for inquiries. And thank you for all the very many teams, partners, and fans who supported us along the way. See you in the Tempest. Firewalk Studios in transmission. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Wow! So, I know that's a lot to take in. A lot of words, a lot of verbiage, a little bit of nuance, a lot of corpo speak, trials and tribulations. But I'll start with you, Scale. Overall thoughts on the whole matter.
Overall, my first thought when I read this was like, the whole thing? I said, the whole studio, though? And the Neon one is like, bro, they just made the game. They didn't do the other shit, which is the bad stuff. You know what I mean? It was first off on it, like, well, I guess it's the second off, but I hate to hear anybody studios getting shut down. Even Concord, as much as we talk about it and stuff like that, I still hate that it's shut down because like the core game, I keep saying, was fine. It was solid. Very solid core game.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, it had like it was cool. They had a shot. Even I would even say that. Like, but dog, it was everything surrounding it. The price tag, the all the live service stuff that not live service, but like the skins, the unlocking things, like just certain a lot of it just it went hit. But I think, man, that price tag, dude, was definitely the thing. It's like I'm pretty sure they didn't develop that game with that price tag in mind. I'm pretty sure the developers wanted this to be a free to play hero shooter. It's like your competition is too stacked to have to pay for this. It's just and for them to be free. And then you have a lot of stuff coming out, and there's just a lot of other things. There's so much other stuff to play. You know what I mean? When you
for your dollars too, right?
And fighting for and stuff. I'm rather spend that $40 on groceries, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not gonna get a lot with that, but like I could eat with that. You know what I'm saying? That $40 is not gonna give me with nowhere with Concord, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be mad. that I even spent the 40 on it, especially because like there's just so many other free games to play. I'd rather my $40 go to one of those. I'd rather spend $40 on Valorant. I'd rather spend $40 on Marvel Rivals when that drops. I'd rather spend $40 on what's that? Overwatch. You know, I don't play that anymore. I don't support that, but it would go towards that before spending it on a game that I know is not going to get that much love. And I feel like it needs to be played. It needs to be on all systems. Like it needs to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And them trailers was not it, bruh. It's like I know y'all spend good money on them, but like, dog, that was not. Nobody needed that, bro. Nobody needed them long ass trailers. We need the game. But yeah, that's kind of my initial thoughts on when I first heard it. My initial was just like, why the whole studio? Like, y'all not gonna give them, you know, spread them out somewhere or let them work? Because the core game was fine. The developers, they did their job essentially. Like for the most part, like they made a solid ass game. It was just all the surrounding bits, man. It didn't land. But that's kind of my
You know, like what Microsoft did with Tango and Toys for Bob. Toys for Bob, they reached a deal to let them go independent, right? And for what's the other studio? Just Tango. They sold them to somebody else, right? Like hopefully those two were on the option or was on the table as well. Versus we just gonna cut the whole thing off,
right.
You know.
And then Tango got picked up. Like Hi-Fi we were about to get that again. Now we'll never get. Probably ain't gonna ever get nothing about Concord ever again. They're gonna change their whole shit up.
No,
that IP is done.
Yeah,
it's done.
It became a meme after a while, and once you become a meme, bro, ain't nobody going to you.
It's a meme. It's a verb. Don't get concorded. Don't. It's like C9 and like Cloud9. It's create a whole thing off of a mistake. And it's like, but core game was good. Core game was solid, man. Felt that. I still remember how punchy it feels to shoot the guns and stuff. Like look, it was cool. I didn't have a problem with the character designs either, personally. I know a lot of people did. I did not.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I had no issue. It's like, bro, you gotta look some kind of way to stand out, and that however people took it stood out. Like, you know what I mean? They should just stood 10 toes down on it, but they probably would have. But you know, whatever.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. That was my initial thoughts, though.
Yeah. Before I get to you, Nova, and your thoughts, Splendiferous member for 4 whopping months says, y'all might as well say it. COD is God when it comes to shooters, bro, and it's back home where it belongs. Anything else is food in the waters for COD, homie. Bullseye. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think and I was trying to evaluate, I was like, why does this feel so good? Like, why does COD always feel so good, especially in multiplayer? I'm gonna tell you, I think 70% of it is the fucking sounds.
Oh
markers. It's all hit markers. That Call of
Bro.
Duty hit marker, there's nothing like that. They invented that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when you get those, it just hits the dope. It's like you being in a casino. You get a headshot. It's a revenge. Plus, it's on the kill leader. All three of them badges pop up. You double kill. It's like ching, 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 ching. You know what I'm saying? Like you after the match, you
you
thing.
get to see the,
Like
that's what was cool about the original Modern Warfare too. Was like when you leveled up, it'd be like, I used to be like, God damn, I'm leveling up. Like, yeah. So I agree. The sounds is a big, and you're hearing shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
I think 70% of what makes COD feel like COD is the noise, bro. Like, and like it's the sound of the bullets sinking in. Yeah, man. Like 100%, bro. You hear them shits chopping at somebody's body.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, and you can hear
now,
all the gunfire throughout the map too. So it's actually someone shooting that gun and stuff like that. Yeah.
And on top of that, like, I don't know if they had this in previous CODs, but in this one, like, your character without you will start talking trash when you do cool stuff in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoy that. I'm like, tell them. That's how I feel right now. You know? It just feels good all the way around.
It's fucking great, dude. It's and then they're constantly, like, not constantly evolving. I think the last, like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 improved a little bit over Warfare, like the original one. But
original ones?
Not the original ones, but the one that came out in 20, was it 18?
Was that 2018?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So it improved a little bit from that. You just can't fuck with COD, bro. Like, it's going to take, like, a lot for anybody to fuck with COD or Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
They're forever evolving, even if it's just minuscule changes. You know what I mean? And there's just something that, like, Fortnite is a fucking hub for, like, kids, like, just to hang out with their friends, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Call of Duty is, like, the bro shooter. Yeah. You know, talk shit, take names. People get off work. They just want to get a couple games of COD in. Yeah. It's the only thing they bought the system for. You know?
A lot of people.
You know? And they just want to come home, put on their headset, and just smash out after a hard day of work a couple times, bro. Yeah. And nothing feels like it.
Nah, nothing.
Nothing. Ching, 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 ching. I swear it's Casino Royale in that bitch.
It sounds like money, man. It feel like making money. Like, headshot sound differs from a regular hit marker. Like, it just all sounds great.
And when you kill people with grenades, like,
bro, getting flashed, all the diving underwater sound, like being underwater and hearing gunfire, like muffled like that. Just the audio in Call of Duty is amazing, along with the visuals. Like seeing a teammate get blown up and their ragdoll body
get stuck into the wall and stuff. They be doing craziness.
It's hilarious, man. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, don't directly compete with Call of Duty. Yeah, Mav said X Defiant was crazy trying to tackle Call with X Defiant.
You just don't put that label. Like, if they didn't put that label on it, it would have been all right. Yeah. Like, well, I don't know.
Even if you don't, a lot of people are, like, a lot of networks or news media outlets are going to try to run with it and be like, could this be a COD killer? I would immediately, if I'm like any part of the company, immediately come out like, hey, we are not competing with Call of Duty. This is our own shit. Okay? Like, don't put that devil on me. Yeah. Okay?
Telling you, if it's a first person shooter with an M4 or M16 and team deathmatch, watch the fuck out. Like, you need to be on your shit. You remember when Call of Duty, like, Modern Warfare Originals, like, boomed, and then we got an influx of Call of Duty clones. Like, I was like, you're tripping. You're not Call of Duty. Even Battlefield got it rough. It was like, you are different, but you're still not Call of Duty. I kind of like you. I do like what you got going, but you don't got those hit markers. You don't have scores. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and the kill streaks, bro. There's so many. Bro, this game does the score streak so well, especially with the strategist perk, bro. I'm getting score streaks all the time. The care package, the dread, like, they just did it. They have catered this one like for me very well. Like I like everything they've done with this, the menu system, everything simplified, like it's clean to the point. The camo earning, I don't camo grind. I got like 6 or 7 gold guns for real.
Yeah,
Not
you've
even
been
joking.
on it.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
few of them things, like for real, launchers too. And I got like I've been having fun doing it. Just getting headshots is the best way to they could have done that. It's
Yeah.
like, please just make it simple. You're already making me grind it.
And it makes you
don't have a
better
problem
too. Like
Yep.
yeah,
Yes.
it makes you so much better because you aiming.
You're aiming for the head
every time.
Yeah, and I'm doing that naturally now too. Like I'm always trying to get that headshot, like
Right.
because that's just what I'm prone. That's how I get my combos now. It's like, yeah, man. It's Call of Duty is.
It's on.
But this one in particular, like they're always monsters, but this one, this may be the best Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 1 and 2 originals for me, for sure. Like
I'm not
hands
mad at that.
down. Like and it may be better than those for real. It's because it's up to date. It's like it's recency bias, you know what I mean, whatever. But boy, it got everything. It's got everything. It has everything. Everything, and it's done well.
Yep.
So back on the Firewalk stuff. Nova, what's your thoughts, man?
To be honest, man, whoever wrote that memo to the company, they wrote that masterfully, bruh. Like that was so corporate, bruh. Like so corporate. Essentially, they just was like, all right, we counted the beans, it didn't do what we thought it was gonna do. So we gonna pull the plug on it, man, which was unfortunate, man. According to the article, 210 people were let go. 172 from Firewalk and 38 from Neon Koi, which is crazy because in August of 2022, Sony had expressed interest in buying Neon Koi, which back then was called Savage Game Studios.
Yeah.
And then they renamed the company to Neon Koi in November of 2023, and before a year even wrapped, they're closed.
That's a complete opposite name change too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Closed them, bro. Like, we're gonna rename you. Don't even make it a year. Closed them, bro. And then I think about Concord. Didn't even make it 2 weeks. Gone. You know. But I totally fully respect the post that Firewalk Studios made that you read for us. Appreciate that too, Viking, because I didn't come across that. And that gave that was great, because what stood out for me in that is they said that they landed narrowly. And what that says to me is we weren't necessarily afforded the opportunity to go to a large game base, because remember, PlayStation only, right? Mm-hmm. And then you had the $40 that you had to pay for it, right?
There's so many barriers,
There's so many barriers for them to win, man. So I think that it's great that they were able to write that in that post, championing all of the things that they were able to accomplish in short, such amount of time. But I feel like it feels like the company stuck their foot out and tripped them and then blamed them for being clumsy.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
Oh, yeah,
I'd have looked back like,
you're fired. Like, it feels crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
so this is like under the assumption, because it's something I was going to ask y'all too. This is like under the assumption that, because usually when you have to pitch a game or whatever, the bean counter's going to like, well, how are you going to monetize this, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be the studio lead to be like, we're going to charge $40, but here's the cool part about it, right? Like, battle passes, all that stuff, players don't have to pay for. It's automatically in the game. They just have to pay $40 and they're good to go, right? And we're going to make it like a AAA hero shooter experience, right? But more than likely, we all know Sony be liking to experiment with shit that don't need to be experimented with. And more than likely, Sony was like, maybe they pitched the idea for it to be free to play. Here's our hero shooter idea, XYZ. It's going to be AAA budget, free to play. Monetization is going to be just like all the other ones. We're going to charge. People are going to get in the game. We're going to charge for battle pass, charge for cosmetics. I have like a weekly rotation of stuff, right? And PlayStation was probably like, nah, $40 up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that in this type of climate, man, for this type of game, man, like it's a blind man could have seen that this was going to happen to that game. And imagine, and I think, and I feel, and I don't know this, and I feel like maybe some of the devs know this, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the times devs are gamers as well, man. Like they most of the time get into that type of work, you know what I mean? Because they really enjoy the gaming in the first place, you know? So they
know
probably
gamers.
knew.
They're one. They know gamers. They know they're not about to pay $40 to try a game.
Exactly.
To try
and imagine like you you know, you have all your blood, sweat, and tears that you poured into this game, you and your whole team for X amount of years, and you know that it's gonna be dropped to a bad reception, man. Like it just feels nasty. It feels like some nasty work, man. It's like you grind super hard, and then it's like, all right, it's time to put out the product, and it's just not. It's just in the worst way imaginable, and you know. So it just sucks, man. It didn't feel like they got a fair shake to succeed with this one, because like Scale said earlier, and we've all said this before, like it had good bones, man. Like it definitely could have grown somewhere.
I feel like if the CGI trailer bit was not so much on the nose of Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't have a problem with the character designs. If they would have was like, all right, here's the beta, right? What are some things? But have an extended beta, right? Like not a beta a couple months before a new IP drops, right? Like have it in February, March, like, and extend the beta, let people play it or whatever, and constantly take the feedback and work on it. Don't spend as much money on the CGI animation trailer cinematics that you were trying to do weekly or whatever, and just work on the game, right? And then it's free to play, right? We're gonna have some bomb ass skins for you to grind. You know what I'm saying? Some bomb ass weapon skins, new characters to come later, XYZ. But you don't even have to unlock all the characters at first, unless you get a Founders Edition. You know?
I think unlocking characters is a new grind. I don't mind doing that if the grind isn't bad. You know what I'm saying? That gives me something to work towards. Having everything unlocked nowadays is kind of like, so it's like too many options at first.
Yeah,
almost.
Because people just want to. A lot of people just grind for grind's sake. You know what I mean? So player count goes up. You know what I'm saying? Duration of gamers in the game, but like. I think the launch campaign for the game, which I'm sure Firewalk didn't have anything to do with, was just bad, dude. I think it was nasty, you know?
The whole time, too. It never felt good. You know what I mean? It never felt good.
It really didn't, dude. Like, it really didn't, you know?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Sony is... I'm sorry I'm talking so much. And unfortunately, Sony is... not in a position that has a huge war chest to take the hit for a long-term success. They are very much quarter to quarter, right? When it comes to their gaming division. So it's not like they could have, it's like, all right, the beta wasn't receptive. We're going to postpone and hopefully launch next summer with more betas in between and take your feedback. Like they didn't have the resources for that, you know what I mean, which they should have. Like you had so much feedback on the beta to where it's like, oh, these numbers are not looking good, you know. Like take it away from the beta, don't launch it. And then you had Marvel Rivals at the same time, bro.
Same time, doing the right things,
free to play. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, Nova. I think you was about to say something. My fault.
But no, it's just unfortunate, man, because it seems like the game itself, because the game was pretty good. It had some good bones, but it seemed like they wanted to really fully delve into the cinematics of it. You know, the cinematic trailer, the weekly, you know what I mean, dropping the cinematic content for the characters. And I think weren't they also featured in a TV show or something like that too?
Yeah.
Or something like that. It just seemed like they wanted to take the cinematic aspect and put a lot of time and love into that. and then didn't make the game itself pay for it.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel right. But
it seemed like they're trying to get a full length feature off the bat. Like it's like, bro, you ain't getting your Guardians movie that fast, bro. Like relax.
Right. But nah, I really do appreciate that they, came out on the post and said all of the things that they accomplished, because maybe they're hoping that somebody else will pick them up and they can hit the ground running. But as far as 170 some odd people gone and losing their jobs at the end of the year, by the way, holiday season is coming up, man. Mm-hmm. It just sucks, man. It sucks for everybody involved, especially the people that's been working on that stuff for so many years, only for it to land narrowly. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, and we'll see if Sony learned their lesson. I mean, they state that lessons learned, in XYZ, but you're releasing Fair Games comes out soon, Marathon comes out. You haven't learned your lesson if you restrict those to only 2 platforms.
Yeah. And plus, other people are learning their lessons. I think we talked about another studio a couple weeks ago that was talking about, being approached by Sony to be the publisher, and they declined that offer because they had their own publisher.
Crimson
Desert. Yeah, exactly. They had their own publishing division. So people are starting to take notes, man, of what these corporations and these companies are doing to kind of constrict of what they can do and trying to gain some of their profit that they're getting on their product, man. So be careful with all these shuttering of these companies, man. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these up and coming studios don't want to work with you like that in the future.
Yeah, big facts. Yeah. That's a really good point. I do want to ask, because you guys brought up cinematics and full-length features and stuff. Knowing that Sony has really, really made their reputation off of cinematic movie-like games, right? Do y'all feel like this was pushed on them? As Sony's pretty much first... Well, this would be their first live service game, wouldn't it have been? Right? Their first AAA live service game that they invested in. Do y'all think that was probably pushed on them to keep that PlayStation experience? We're going to do multiplayer different. We're going to have a bunch of cinematics, just like in our single-player games. Or do y'all think that was a Firewalk creative vision, probably?
It could be a Sony thing, man, because I think it was Hideo Kojima that actually had that other game that was supposed to be, him and what was it? Jordan Peele, was that supposed to be a game or a movie?
OD. Yeah, OD is right? A thing with Xbox.
Okay. I'm thinking.
Yeah, so Xbox signed a deal with Kojima to do OD.
Okay, I got my lines crossed.
Oh, so but I think PlayStation, they're working on something new that they haven't really announced yet with Kojima, and also Death Stranding too. That one,
Yeah. But maybe, man, Sony. That's where they bread and butter is too, man. Sony Pictures. So I wouldn't be surprised if they want to try to kind of blend the two worlds together, because we're already trying to get super close to photorealism in games anyway. So why not take that IP, show it on another stage to try to probably garner some more attention to the game itself. So hey, if I like watching the TV content, I might enjoy playing the characters that I get to see on TV. So it could be a little bit of that.
What about you, Skell? What you think?
I could see them pushing that because Sony is in the movie business hardcore. And I think it possibly could have worked if they released segments throughout their process. You know what I mean? Little 5 minutes things until release day. You know what I mean? Not just one long, not as your main trailer though. You know what I mean? They played that. It was so long, bro. It's this would have been cool if y'all could have watched it leading up. You know what I'm saying? And then watch some gameplay or something, and then end with the little trailer. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, if you should have had. I don't know what game did this, but if games have done this before, but they'll have character trailers before their game comes out and just show the little bit of background, maybe a little bit of gameplay that goes with the background,
Apex
and that's
does
it.
That. Apex and Overwatch
Yeah.
do that shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Really fucking good. Yeah.
Yes, and that's what they could have did to, and not even for every character, just them 5 or 6 or whatever, your Guardians. You could have just had that, but putting that long ass trailer right before we seen any gameplay is like, bro, I'm not into that. And if they like, and I wouldn't even have a problem if they wanted to push a cinematic narrative, because again, like, the cinematics look good as far as looks and what it could have been. Like, for what it is, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? But from the gamer perspective, bro, I should just take too long. And y'all know me, I don't like the CGI trailers. Like, I need gameplay. So even that whole little thing would have been really cool if they would have came out with it well before release. Like, they could have had even that trailer come out before. They should have, if they wanted to focus so much on cinematics, they should have had their cinematic thing come out. Let it be a whole little mini series, and then game comes out. It has some content to go with that and some content to lead up for the after, and then you have another little thing released, another series for some DLC or something. You know what I mean? That would have been fine, but yeah, I mean, I say it all to say that sure, it could have been in their agenda to push cinematics. They are a very cinematic company, so maybe, sure.
And you cooking with that too, man. Like, because if they would have released some of those trailers before the game came out, it would have gave them the ability to separate themselves from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
we all saw that one cinematic trailer, and we just automatically are going to liken it to something that we already know because we don't know nothing about what it is. So if you would have gave us some time to fall in love with the characters and then see how they all come together, you know, then that would have gave you legs to stand on by yourself instead of us, you know, as consumers being like, oh, that looks like a cheap version of something I already love. And then once that happens to you, then it's hard to break that mold to stand on your own. So
it literally got Guardians of the Galaxy its entire run. Like, people always compare it to. I'm like, bro, y'all should have released a trailer with the big robot vacuum thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a cool character. It's like, you should have just harped on that, not the fucking revolver guy. Like, I hate that was their main guy. I'm like, bro, he's so Star-Lord. It's killing me. He's not. Though that's what sucks. He's in fucking Marvel Rivals going in. I don't need that. I just don't need it. I just didn't need it.
Yeah, I think like Overwatch did that really well. Like, some sort of like, not origin story. Same with
but kind of
a little origin story, right? Like, before they met, was part of Overwatch or the other team or whatever. Like, they did such a good job, like, making you fall in love with that one character. Or just
Winston.
Know about Winston, bro.
Winston.
Perfect. What's Winston. The robot's name?
Diva. Oh wait, the mech robot, or
on Overwatch.
Diva. She goes into the mech.
No, not Diva.
You talking about Bastion?
Oh, Bastion.
His shit was hella dope. You remember, bro? And then the ninjas too. Hella dope story. Hella dope story, bro. Like. Yeah, showing all of
them.
Then
you got to see what happened with Reaper too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit. Mia was cool too. Or May. Sorry, not Mia. May.
And then it was just like Winston fucking gathering a team. So it was like, you had Winston saying, I need a team. We got to get back together. And then you show all their trailers and stuff. It's like, bro, it's like, they killed that shit.
Yeah, it was great.
They killed it. And
that's why I was so excited for the PvE on the second one. That literally, that's why I was so hype about the PvE for Overwatch 2.
And you just got Overwatch 1.25.
Yeah, sure. It's good now. They're actually cooking up right now. I just can't support them. Like, I just can't.
Yeah. So many games they got your time. But listen, gang, 193 people watching from various platforms. Really appreciate it. The goal thing was just a fun little thing to have up there. I didn't know about it till today, which is cool. So I guess next time I'll set it to 5, maybe. 5 super chats as the goal. But hey, we got 6 out of 10. Really appreciate every single one of y'all that did that. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up because we have Call of Duty to play. Scale. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you, then we'll go over to Nova.
What's good, y'all? You guys can catch me here Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time with these fellas, and I can also catch me streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm thinking about playing that Met game that's on the Game Pass. Finally check it out. So shout out to the Game Pass again for giving me so much to play. Love y'all. Appreciate all the donations as well. It's all for the kids.
Oh,
yeah.
Y'all playing? Speaking of stuff to play, Dragon Age: The Veilguard drops this Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just already copped it on Steam. So
yeah, I'm definitely trying to play that. It got fucking hoed by that Marvel or Monster Hunter beta.
yeah. The reviews are pretty good though. They came out
on
Monday.
Dragon Age.
Yeah, and I think
I heard like 84,
83,
something like that.
Yeah,
That's really, bro. I don't know. That's really good for me. I consider that a really good score. Like 70 and up, low key is a really solid ass.
It's a good game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Francois, appreciate you, man. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you finish your spiel? Or
No, that's it. My link is in the chat as well if you guys want to check that out.
Yeah,
Thank
y'all hit that link. Y'all sub up. And if y'all haven't hit the like button here, please. It helps out with the algorithms. You know? Nova.
Yes, sir.
What you got for us, man?
Man, appreciate for everybody who came out, man. We got the 6 out of 10 on the go. That's crazy that we didn't even know that this was a function and we tried it out and people came through, man. You know? That's awesome, man. Appreciate every like, every donation that you guys do, every view, all that stuff, man. It goes to a great cause, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all can find me here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time with these amazing gentlemen that you see around me. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all, man. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend and hopefully you continue to have a good week. Catch you next time.
All right, guys. You can find black scales in the back of the club making it rain. Darius.
I am not making it rain.
He said, you can find me in the back, but I'm not making it rain. The only thing I'll say, guys, check on your voter registration. I know a lot of states like to purge voters, voting rolls, like during election year, so just make sure you're still eligible to vote. If you are able to vote, do your due diligence and go vote. I don't care what I mean, I kind of care, but like, as long as you vote, man, and be a productive man of society or woman of society, you know, like I appreciate it. So check, see if your voting record is still good. Not voting record. Your voting status is still good. Got a big week ahead of us. Hopefully nobody hurts one another. Bro, I took off both days. I took off because November 5th on Tuesday is voting day, but they ain't gonna be done counting them votes, bro, until the next day. And it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy as fuck.
It's gonna be messy.
But
somebody is going to be upset.
Yeah. But be civil out there in real life, please, folks. Like, there's a lot of people that, you know, ever since Elon took over Twitter, think they can say the stuff they say on Twitter they think they can say in real life.
Watch it.
Yeah. Hey, might come across the wrong one, you know? But yeah, that's all I got for y'all, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all for showing up, hanging out with us. Hopefully it was entertaining. We love talking about this shit. And peace out.